Hi, guys. Great to be back at you again. Feeling pumped, feeling happy to be here, feeling great about life, the universe, everything. And it's been quite a wild ride today. I've been up doing dishes, doing laundry. Didn't do my Nordic walk this morning, but hey, it is what it is. I woke up, I thought, no, I could use more sleep, more recovery time after the last few days. And hey, it is what it is. And getting back into the swing of things and the exercise routine and the body transformation, the mind transformation, and financial, social, emotional, all of it rolled into one. Yeah, sometimes you got to take some time for self-care. And really and truly, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is self-care. And remembering the greatness starts with the first sip. So yeah, lots of things running through my head today is realizing the paradoxes that I'm trying to work through, life that I'm trying to work through, realizing the universe is always going to have my back is fantastic, and realizing that I have to learn to integrate everything into my life as part of me. Anything that reflects back at me in this lifetime needs to be celebrated because it's part of my personality. It's part of my personal reality. And if I see something, if I like it, if I don't like it, it's all still me. And if I try to rage against it, I'm actually raging against myself. If somebody lies to me, that version of reality that lie comes from and stems from actually exists. If I lie to myself, that version of reality actually exists. If I lie to somebody else, that version of reality actually exists. And I just have to celebrate it, know that it's all just the universe's way of reminding me that I have to integrate everything into my life, celebrate and love unconditionally. And that's what it's all about. Everything that comes back at you, celebrate it, no matter what it is, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, it's part of you, integrate it. And that's how we transcend this reality. That's how we transcend the matrix that we find ourselves in, because we are the creators of our own matrix. It's sort of like I was doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts earlier, and this one of James Earl Jones saying, when I saw the script of Star Wars and it said, Luke, I am your father, I thought George Lucas was lying. And then it's like, huh, there's a Mandela effect right there. It says, why is the actor saying it's Luke, I am your father, instead of no, I am your father? And it's quite fascinating. And you see the written script and everything like that. And it's like, wow, the Mandela effect is real. And if one instance of the Mandela effect is real, multiple instances of them must be real. So therefore, the multiverse must be in effect. And even though that residue is not part of this particular timeline, it's the universe's way of showing me that, yeah, you're constantly shifting time. Don't rage against it. Don't fight about it. Don't get all chaotic because it's part of reality. And that's what the Mandela effect is to me. It's recognizing the fact that reality is only a fixed point of perception. And once you stop trying to berate or become chaotic about it, that's when you can start to transcend the matrix that you find yourself in. Because everything you perceive is real and it's a reflection of you. And finding that paradox and fighting that paradox is only a matter of each and every day recognizing the fact that, yeah, everything that I've done up till now has set me forth for this path, set me forth to the point where I can create, I am creating, and I am a child of God. And as a child of God, I am a God, and I have that divine spark of creation within me. You can't be the child of a duck and not be a duck. You can't be the child of an ant and not be an ant. You are what you are. And that is a divine spiritual being in a meat shell going through life, trying to resolve the paradoxes in your own mind. And as I focus on the paradoxes and I try to resolve them, and each one I resolve, 10 or 12 more come up. And that's fantastic. That's all part of me. That's all part of who I am, who I've always been, and why I'm on this earth. And I know that the universe has my back in all of this and that I can create, I can shift timelines. I'm constantly shifting timelines. The reality that's around me is constantly shifting. I am occupying every instance in the Hampstead Hotel. I am in each one of those infinite number of rooms. And I can sit back, relax, and choose which one of those rooms that I want to be in and realize that, yeah, it's all real. Nothing is an illusion. Everything is real. And it's all a vicious circle. Yin and yang, that's the nature of infinity. If one instance of me exists in one particular world, then all instances of me exist in each particular world. And I just have to sit back, relax, say, hey, universe, I want to experience this reality, and then go about my day. And I do that by going outside to play. And I go outside and play because, hey, it gives me more self confidence. It gives me more thought, expansion, imagination, drive. It allows me to access more in the infinite possibilities in that Hampstead Hotel that all of us find ourselves in each and every day. And I'm much more relaxed. I'm much more focused. I'm much more energetic. I'm much more conducive to society because, hey, I appreciate each one and everything in this society. And when I see something that, hey, what the fuck? Why is this coming back at me over and over again? Is because I've tried to blame others and not take on the sins of the world because the sins of the world are my sins. And I don't, I can transcend that by being Christ-like, by recognizing the fact that I've already taken on the sins of the world and I don't no longer have to do that. I have to take on myself and everything else. There's nothing external about it. It's all just, and in the present time, in the present world, in this present perfect moment, I can do anything. I am anything. I have the chiseled physique and conditioning of Oscar De La Hoya in his prime. Got the blonde hair that I had as a child, not the white hair that I experienced as a middle-aged man in his later 40s, and just love it and know that each version of me exists at all times, all at once, and everywhere. And everything that comes back to me, anything that I perceive, is part of who I am, who I came to this earth to be, to resolve the paradoxes within myself so that I can transcend to the next level of infinity. Because if you know anything about the Hampstead Hotel, you know there are different sizes of infinity. And I'm just working on this level right now. And I know that out there in some other iteration of me, I'm working on a new version in this Hampstead Hotel, a larger version of infinity. But first, I get to sit back, relax, and play, knowing that the universe has my back. The universe is going to help me work through these paradoxes and just live life and appreciate each and every person that's brought me to the here and now, and know that going forward, everything I do is creating a ripple effect, creating a different timeline in the Hampstead Hotel. And whether I choose action or inaction, it spawns off a whole new version of infinity. And as I resolve these paradoxes, as I stop blaming other people for the circumstances that are around me, as I stop trying to look outward for something or some sign and just realize that I am the sign, I am the creator of my own reality, and everything that I rail against is actually just part of me. I beginning to realize that I just have to not only accept and tolerate, but know that it's all perfect. Everything that you can possibly experience is perfect because it's part of you. And when you choose to behave in a different way and act in a different way based on a certain circumstances that's thrown in your direction, that's when you transcend reality. That's when you make the magic happen. That's when you can live your best life. And you don't have to define yourself by limitations because you're not limited. You are an unlimited spiritual being in a meat shell that you are in a symbiotic relationship with your spirit and soul. And it's not for God, the devil, right or wrong. It's all the same thing. It's energy and it's resolving the paradox that everything is good. There is nothing that's evil. Good and evil is only a construct to try to resolve the paradox that you've come face to face with in this reality. And it's not that you were programmed. It's that you refuse to break free through your programming and take on that 100% self responsibility. And that's how you escape the matrix. That's how you live a better life. That's how you transcend and experience new things, is by recognizing that you are all things. And there's nobody, it's not the government that's doing this to you. It's you trying to resolve the paradox within yourself. So take it all on, universally celebrate everything, and you're going to watch your life change and unfold in so many new ways. And it's not anybody else doing it to you. You're doing it to yourself. And once I realized that I was doing it to myself, that's when I started to transcend. That's when I started to transform. And like I say, I'm honing my skill sets. I'm doing what brings me joy, not what somebody else says should bring me joy, but what actually brings me joy. And I see more joy around me. I see less things that I'm ambivalent towards because I'm celebrating everything. Unconditional love means unconditional celebration of everything that you perceive. And there's no lies, there's no truth, there only is. And once you recognize the is, once you recognize that balance, once you recognize that it's all part of you, then you can transcend. Then you can be the observer and just enjoy life and not be concerned about anybody else's way of being because it's already you. And anything that's shown back at you is part of your own personality. So I love you all. I hope you understand what I'm coming through. I'm just seeing this to work this through myself, help me resolve the paradox within my own mind, my own soul, and going with the universe because I know that it's got my back. I know that it's going to provide me the necessary resources to keep doing this because that's the path that I'm on right now. And as my body transforms, as my mind transforms, as I open myself up to new possibilities, new ways of being, new challenges, new obstacles, darker recesses of my mind are springing forth. And I'm celebrating and embracing each one of those. So do that in your own life. Forgive universally because it's all part of you. You are the matrix. Rise above yourself. Rise above yourself by recognizing that everything that's thrown back at you, this whole matrix of reality, it's just you. So have an awesome day, guys. Love you all. Embrace your new self. Look at everything in a spirit of love, unconditional celebration. And as we transcend, as we go forward, as we live our best lives, we've got this in the bag because we are creators. We have been creating, and we know that greatness starts with the first sip. So have an awesome day, guys.